what we're doing is we're riding across country to raise both funds and awareness for the Wounded Warrior Project, and basically these guys want to show what they can do, and what guys who are in the hospital right now with similar injuries, that they can still do anything they want.
You know that each of us has a responsibility to seize the opportunities we've been blessed with. And that's what inspired Chris Carney to hop on a bike and head across country. Chris came up with the idea working as a bartender in Long Island. And I have to say it's better than most of the ideas that come out of bars.
I pedal with my hands. It's like a tricycle with a front drive wheel. Set up pretty much like a regular bicycle, but you just pedal with your arms.
So how
Your shoulders are going to be like this big.
Oh, yeah, you guys are going to be huge.
It's called a runway foot. It's like mainly for women with high heels, because the foot
Wow. So if you want to put heels on, you can use that.
Yeah, perfect. Halloween, I'm set.
It's not the best thing in the world that I've, lost my legs, but a lot of goods came out of it. They don't call this shit the desert for nothing, do they?
Yeah, but you got a nice tailwind. I mean, that's pretty damn nice.
I said to him, swear to God, I said to him, dude, keep the camera off until we know he's alive.
Bike flew, he flew into the wall. If this wall wasn't here, he would have been out there somewhere.
Where it says Soldier Ride? Look how it drug it off.
To me, if I just tweaked it, but I'm slowing up. I mean, I think I'm slowing up. I can't fucking tell.
I don't ever want to put these guys in a position where they're gonna, look, Heath is about to have his third child. This isn't combat, and nobody needs to lose their life.
There was a tire stretched pretty much across the whole shoulder, and I went around the tire and hit the rumble strip. When I did, it started throwing me side to side because I was going so fast and couldn't control it. And then it threw me into the wall, and from the wall I drug and then flipped over on my side, snapped my wheel off, and got drugged down the road. I refuse to go on TV and say I rode cross country. I will not do it. Because that's also an option for you. If I've got to catch up, you can catch up. Or you can go ahead and
There's no point in us going.
There's no point in anybody else going.
There's no about Chris Carney rode across country last year. It's not about me. I have no desire to keep going. If you guys decide that you both want to wait, then we all wait.
We are currently taking tax-deductible contributions to help us with our goal of finishing this documentary in 2014. Please visit SoldierRideMovie.com and click on Support the Film to make a tax-deductible donation. Thank you for your support.
Support Soldier Ride the movie. Just contact SoldierRideMovie.com. I did.
Everybody's heard of Soldier Ride. It's a fantastic, fantastic organization. And we're fortunate to have the individuals here that actually, are here in town, here on the East End, that actually are responsible for it. And I have Chris Carney. Thank you. And Matt Hindra. Thank you. Who's a filmmaker, local filmmaker, editor, and from the Color Bar, who is involved in this exciting new project of Soldier Ride the movie. So it's like we're here to kind of find out a little bit more about it. Chris, welcome. And thank you. For the folks at home, give us an idea of what Soldier Ride is about and how you got involved with it.
Soldier Ride is about empowering wounded soldiers. We discovered through sort of by accident. It started off as a fundraiser. Did a cross-country bike ride, and we left Montauk Point out here in the Hamptons and finished up in San Diego in 2004. During the course of that trip, a couple of amputees from the Iraq War joined me, Heath Calhoun and Ryan Kelly, and they decided they wanted to try and do the whole ride themselves. So in 2005, we set across the states again, the three of us this time, and we left from the West Coast, from LA, and rode our bikes back here this way. during the course of that ride, we really realized that it was much more than just a fundraiser. It was a rehabilitative event. The occupational therapists at Walter Reed at the military hospital started sending us different soldiers to take part, whether it was their home state or whenever they had free. By the time we finished, we had over 50 soldiers that had joined us and participated in the ride, and we realized we had much more than just a fundraiser, the tremendous rehabilitative effect of the ride. So from then it's kind of grown, and we do different rides all over the country and even internationally.
Well, I've always been, from the onset, I was, before I got involved in this business 100 years ago, I was a psychologist at the Veterans Administration in Brooklyn, and during the Vietnam era. And what you're doing is really remarkable. It's rehabilitative, it's a cohesive group, it's very curative, and you know, the idea with the Wounded Warriors Project and Soldier Ride, incidentally, Stevens Talkhouse
was kind of the birthplace.
Instrumental, and every dime that goes into it gets directly used by the individuals that are involved in Soldier Ride. Correct?
Yeah. The Wounded Warrior Project has a great rating as a charity, and we're just really proud to have been there from the beginning and to be a part of it. You know, we watch guys who show up on a ride who are quiet and they're kind of in a shell, and throughout the course of the day, just being the camaraderie that develops amongst the guys. By the end of the day, they're high-fiving, they're making fun of each other, they're racing, they're falling, and for a lot of them, it's the first athletic thing they've done since they've been out of the hospital. So to watch that happen right in front of you, right on the road, it's tremendous.
See, a lot of these veterans, a lot of these soldiers in the field in combat, they sustained the horrific injuries that they would have bled out. They would have totally died on the battlefield. But these guys with traumatic injuries, double amputation, triple amputations, catastrophic injuries that were maintained to be barely alive and then brought back. With the prosthesis, they're able to do amazing things. In the old days, I was in the VA when a prosthetic leg was, one size fits all, and if you were an African American, you had a Caucasian leg. And when you looked down, it didn't look like your leg at all. I mean, it was totally different. Then somebody says, well, let's try to make them at least match the skin tone of the veteran that's wearing it. And it made a huge impact. With the prosthesis now and the bikes that are retrofitted for various disabilities, they actually feel empowered. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, it really is amazing. And the prosthetics have come so far now that some of the guys who I met when they were in their early stages of recovery, you watch them walk around during an award ceremony or something, and if they have a tuxedo on, you couldn't even tell. So it speaks volumes about the people who are working down there.
Fantastic.
And what they're doing. Yeah.
Now, Matt's been collecting and part of this thing because your heart has been in it from the beginning. And you've collected a lot of stuff. I mean, from GoPro, you put GoPro on the map, I think. But tell the folks at home what the process is. Do you want to sort of develop this into a documentary?
Right, we're developing a feature-length documentary at the moment. Nick Krause, who's my partner in the documentary, started shooting on day one when you guys left from Amagansett, from Montauk, on Chris's first Soldier Ride. And then they had a crew of photographers and a cameraman live with them on the second Soldier Ride, which was in 2005, correct?
Yeah.
And that's really the basis behind the documentary, that everyday living with, three guys with three legs between them going across the country is an amazing story. And where it went from them is really where I picked up on it. And when, unfortunately, a few years ago, when they did the first Soldier Ride UK, Chris couldn't go on the ride. I wound up going as a cameraman. And getting involved and meeting the soldiers and seeing what they do on a daily basis and what Wounded Warrior does for them is amazing. And that's really what I found as a filmmaker is something that I want to tell the story and have it continue. The people who were there at the beginning and give them credit for being there at the beginning and telling how it's evolved all these years.
Well, I think your sensitivity, your eye, it's innate that you actually get not only the shot, but you also get the feeling, the essence of what's going on, which is amazing. And I think the documentary should be done. And doing a documentary is a very costly thing. I mean, it's involved because it's not only here in the U.S. You have to travel all over where the soldiers go, and it involves moving expenses and production expenses. So how can the people at home get involved in helping you guys out to make this movie happen?
Well, we're actually in the editing process at the moment, and we're still taking contributions. We're working with a 501c3, so your contributions are tax deductible. And you can contact us at soldierridemovie.com. And we need help at the moment to pay for stock footage, to pay for licensing of music, travel expenses. We still have some interviews that we're doing. And that's it. And the film will be released in the summer of 2014. And that's our goal. It's going to be released right in Amagansett. We're going to do the premiere, so we're really excited about that.
And hopefully, God willing, next year it'll be at the Hamptons International Film Festival.
Of course, that's one of our big goals, is to show it as much in our hometown as we can and then spread it out. And we do have a deal in place with the Wounded Warrior Project that it will travel with Soldier Ride. Once the film's finished, it's going to travel and be part of the weekend activities when these soldiers go out.
So sometimes you're sitting at home, you say, how can I get involved? You know, the wars we're involved with now are kind of, you know, catastrophic, people getting injured every day, killed. How can I sort of make a statement, and a positive statement? And we could do it through film. So the whole idea is getting involved with the documentary in a serious way, like putting your money up where it should be. You'll get something of value, something that has legs to it. And theatrical legs or artistic legs live on forever, and they uncorruptible. So help Soldier Ride out. Again, what is the website?
SoldierRideMovie.com. And I just want to thank Greg and Ernie Shimizi from WVVH TV. You guys, just a little disclaimer, I actually work for you, so you've been a big supporter of Soldier Ride the movie for a long time, and what we do. And I know you've broadcast and aired a bunch of stuff that I've done with Wounded Warrior Project and Soldier Ride.
Well, we're proud of it. We're very proud of it. Thank you very much.